safe for me and my family. I mean, it's one giant mother-freaking car.
With the added height of the GMFC Giganto, it's almost impossible to see the car surrounding you. It kind of makes you feel like you're the only one on the road, you know?
Think you can't afford to drive the GMFC Giganto?
Yeah, we've got a hot one. Everybody at the ready.
About 5 inches.
Pull it together, folks. 10 seconds.
Be careful out there.
80 cell phone check.
6, 5,
Okay, fade to black.
3.
If you're just calling to annoy us, please wait for the beep, then hang up.
Welcome to the game. My name's Cookie Masterson, and I'm afraid of zippers. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
All right, here goes nothing. Let's begin with, I can't feel my potatoes. Oh, I love Pringles. You know what their slogan says? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's so true. If once you popped, you couldn't stop, and you decided to enter a 12-step program at Pringleholics Anonymous, what would be the first step? Weaning yourself away from Pringles, helping others with their Pringle problems, asking forgiveness for your Pringle problem, or admitting you have a Pringle problem? Ween. Say you're sorry for wasting my time. You're holding way too much cash. Please, let me help you out with that. Want to see the answer? The first step of the 12-step program as created by AA is admitting you have a problem and are powerless to your addiction. For the record, I certainly don't have a Pringle problem. I only eat them at parties and nightclub bathrooms and in bed while watching old episodes of Love Connection. Take a stab at, make this your main profile question? Who would most likely use the famous surgeon's photograph as their main profile pic on Facebook? Albert Einstein, Dr. Robert Jarvik, Marilyn Monroe, or Nessie the Loch Ness Monster? Nice job, Einstein. Now, Robert Jarvik created the artificial heart, and he uses Friendster. I'm not sure of all the photos of Marilyn Monroe out there. I'd want to see one taken by a surgeon. Okay, maybe. Correct answer, show yourself. The famous photograph of Nessie poking her head out of the water is known as the surgeon's photograph because it was supposedly taken by a doctor. And since then, the photo has indeed proven to be doctored. By the way, Nessie enjoys water skiing, long walks on the beach at night, and playing Mafia Wars. Oh, and she's a die-hard Christian. Why not try, who be you? Which arrangement of B words fills in the following blanks? Blank movie, blank Arthur, blank cool, Sloop John blank. BBBB, 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 or BBBB. B, no. Ironic, all these B's and you get an F. I so wanted you to pick this one. B movie, B Arthur, B Cool, the 2005 movie starring John Travolta, and Sloop John B, the Beach Boys song. Hey Beach Boys, BB. One thing I'm very proud of is that I got straight B's in college, cause hepatitis C is the bad one, right?
Everybody quattro, everybody quattro, hey!
Open wide for vegetable. Which VeggieTales character would be classified as having an ectomorph body type? Bob the Tomato, Archibald Asparagus, Larry the Cucumber, or Jerry Gourd? Like Larry, you're on the verge of being in a pickle jar. I squash this answer. You say tomato and I say wrong. The correct answer is ectomorphs have thin, narrow chests and abdomens. Which is too skinny if you ask me. Personally, I prefer something with a little meat on its bones. Or any meat. Or bones. Like chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here's a good one. Yo ho ow! And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of ab exercise, part of a pirate ship, or both. If it's an ab exercise, press the square button. If it's part of a pirate ship, press your circle button. And if you think it's both, press the X button. Each one right gets you $300. But each one wrong totally screws up your back. You've got 30 seconds. Okay, we're off. Flying jib. Captain's chair. Plank. Ball brig. Keel. Cable chops. Foreboom. Nice 7-pack. Well, you didn't find the hidden treasure, but you didn't lose an eye. A parrot's about to poop on your score. Maybe you should try doing this with only one eye patch on. Of course, the easiest exercise for a pirate to do is the amputated leg lift. Let's say so long to round 1. And it looks like your score is screaming for help. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And keep in mind, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Enough small talk. Coming up next, I Can't Quit You movie franchise. Suppose they make a sequel to Brokeback Mountain set on the 2nd tallest mountain in the world. What might it be called? Brokeback K2? Brokeback Mountain 2 Matterhorny? Brokeback 2 Never Rest on Everest? Or Broke Black Mountain? The choice is tragic as a society that doesn't accept the transcendent love manifested between 2 men. You know what they say, once you go to Broke Black Mountain, you never go back. One right answer coming up. The mountain known as K2 on the border of Pakistan and China is the 2nd tallest mountain in the world after Mount Everest. Personally, I prefer Brokeback Mountain, the remount. Try this on for size. My accountant's a real joker. Why might an accountant use a Heath ledger? To keep track of his nerves, to keep track of his livestock, to keep track of his fireplace, or to keep track of his shrubbery? You're not going to need any sort of accountant. Why the hell would you need to keep track of a fireplace? No, that would be a beef ledger. Why didn't you pick this? Accountants use ledgers to keep track of things, like heath, a kind of shrubbery. And after a full day of shrubbery accounting, I'm sure he's pretty bushed.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
How about American literature is garbage? Okay, somebody sent in somebody's trash.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? What's it say about you? Funky trash.
All right. This steaming pile of trash smells literary. Let's see what we can find. There's an ambulance driver's license from World War I, some Cuban cigar butts, and an empty bottle of foot cream specifically designed for 6-toed cats. What famous author does this trash belong to? Mark Twain, John Steinbeck, Ernest Hemingway, or Toni Morrison? Go pet the rabbits, George. Come on. Everyone knows Toni Morrison only smokes cigars from Honduras. Well, you really hucked that one up. Where's that confounded right answer? Ernest Hemingway was a volunteer ambulance driver in World War I, spent 20 years living in Cuba, and owned a collection of six-toed cats known as Hemingway cats. Let's see what else Hemingway threw out. Oh, what's this? A Farewell to Arms 2, Armless and Lovin' It. Jeez, I'll just put that back in the garbage.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
Next, I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory, table for 2.9 at Red Robin, table for 3.2 at Denny's, or table for 3.5 at Cracker Barrel. There is an automatic gratuity charge added for stupid answers. Funny, considering the average person who eats at Denny's weighs as much as 3.2 people. Correct answer, show yourself. The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory. You're wrong! Wow, that was a lot more fun than a barrel of crackers. And speaking of barrels, you want a designer barrel courtesy of our sponsor, Fashion Barrel Barrelware. You're going to like the way you look. In a barrel, I guarantee it. In a barrel. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise!
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Bucker up for fries or tater tots. Hey, did you know King Tut was just 9 years old when he became Pharaoh of Egypt? Probably still read the Egyptian funny papers every day. Considering which animal the Egyptians worshipped, which ancient comic strip character would King Tut have enjoyed the most? Garfield Hotep, Marmaduke Memnon, Dilbertiti, or Opus Iris? This is why some people become kings at age 9, and others just play video games on their butts. You should have your own comic strip called Dopus. You think the ancient Egyptians worshipped middle-class corporate American office workers? Yeah, that sounds about right. Now pay attention. The ancient Egyptians were known to revere and worship cats, like Garfield and Garfield Hotep. And they hated Mondays. Step right up to the Jack Attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 4,000. And don't forget, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. A banana by any other name would smell as banana eat. Perhaps you know these foods by their aliases. Good luck. That's all she wrote! Wow, for that performance you've won a milkshake, otherwise known as an artificially flavored concoction of bovine mammary secretions and pus. Enjoy! In honor of that incredible performance, I got you this cupcake. Okay, now blow out the candle. Come on, blow it out! Blow up the candle, damn it! I go through the trouble of making you a cupcake and... Get it, I'll eat it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was just thumbing through this thesaurus to come up with the perfect words to describe your performance. Here we go. Boilerplate, common, customary, dime a dozen, fair to middling, garden variety, humdrum, ordinary. Congratulations! I expected absolutely nothing from you in this game, and you completely lived up to my expectations. I call that a perfect performance, but the rest of the game? Let's just call that crap. Well, that's 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back. You owe me! You disgust me. I bet you're known by another name. Let me guess. Chucklehead?
You don't know Jack!
Good job, everyone. Donnie, what are we doing?
So, are you thinking you'd like to enrage in more tomflummery?
Hi, I'm Garrow Stanton. We at Stanton's run